check, 1, 2, mic checker. Still back that. All this in my brain, I got the rank, I got the blessing. Take some extras out the we press a it ain't no pressure. In my Kiki, I'm with Didi and Vanessa. Top now on my roster, get the most and nothing less. A Papa met me in the valley, drop the up on Winnetka. Take some extras out the we press a it ain't no pressure. Yes, sir. I didn't want to speak on it, but it's really been racking my brain now. Cause really, I with this rap on my to selling now. But they got enough on us to go start a case now. Get hit with the, they come and they snatch a nigga now. Big long in the golf ball, big fin ball in this one really brother all in the seat. Had him to the wall diaper when I left his drawers for the getting down, but I be so proud to put it down. For the microphone check, 1, 2, mic check. I still back that. All this in my brain, I got the rank, I got the blessing. Take some extras out the we press a it ain't no pressure. Guess I microphone check, 1, 2, mic check. I still back that. All this in my brain, I got the rank, I got the blessing. Take some extras out the we press a it ain't no pressure. Yes, I round geek. I'ma catch a little white chillin' with his click, but a hope. With a watch and a chain that set a buck, yeah, I train that. In the 8 for like 4 days straight, but I never claim that. I be talking that DM, I'm sitting in the stool. I be get political. Hit the John, I'm whipping the miracle. Get the I'm scraping the get political. Miss with the whole Mikey. East side insane. Me and Miss with the whole get it. Microphone check, 1, 2, mic check. I still back that. All this in my brain, I got the rank, I got the blessing. Take some extras out the we press a it ain't no pressure. Guess I microphone check, 1, 2, mic check. I still back that. All this in my brain, I got the rank, I got the blessing. Take some extras out the we press a it ain't no pressure. Yes, I.
Yo, I just like to say, you know, my man King, you know, it's good to be original when you diss somebody. Don't use somebody else's.
The thing that's going to change people is something that no one will ever be able to capture on film. It'll just...
A beautiful look at the lights of Salt Lake City, our setting for tonight's broadcast. Hi, everybody. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson here, joined by our analysts, Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, plus reporting from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. Now the starting group for the visitors. And for Utah, Mitchell and Bogdanovich fill the wings. Rudy Gobert is out there with Royce O'Neal, and it's Conley in at the point. Gobert up top. Outside Mitchell. There's the drive, and Mitchell with the slam.
Wow, gentlemen, the quick first step of Donovan Mitchell gets the advantage, and it's over. Boy, an all-star from his third season, and Donovan Mitchell continues to thirst for improvement. Scoring, rebounding, playmaking, everything climbing year after year.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
Pass to Gobert. Conley against Johnson. Here's Mitchell, plenty of space. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up. Mitchell's got his second basket of the night. And two other stats that Mitchell continues to increase: free throws made and three-pointers made, Doris.
Well, those are two hallmarks of efficient scoring in the modern NBA. It's not about scoring with volume, right? He can do that. But Mitchell surpassing Karl Malone for the most 30-point games in Jazz franchise history for a player before his 25th birthday. Think about that.
You don't see the hook shot too often these days, but hey, it can be so effective.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. And it's Gobert penetrating. Can't get it to fall. Now Los Angeles with it. To the inside, and down it goes. Jam that one home.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Here's O'Neal. Mitchell, the pass to Conley. Driving in. Pass to Gobert. 5 to shoot. The three from Mitchell. Sinks it from distance. Mitchell's got 7 points in the game.
You know, outstanding start. You've made 3 of your first 4.
Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion. Here's O'Neal. Outside Conley. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Mike Conley continues to perform at a high level. Over a decade as a pro, still doing work.
Oh, and Johnson slams it in. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
Here's Conley. Outside for Mitchell. Fires from the corner. And it's off the back of the rim. No good. And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Robinson can't hit. It's stolen by Isaac. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. And here's Johnson. He's guarded by Conley. Out of bounds. It'll be Utah's ball.
Home team ball. Checking in for your home team.
.149 left in the first quarter of the game. Now Whiteside. Here's Alexander Walker. Inside. Clarkson outside. Knocks it down from distance.
Well, give Jordan Clarkson a ton of credit. He has worked tirelessly on this shot.
Left side Johnson. Clarkson on the double team. Kicks it out to Isaac. Pass to Johnson. Here's Robinson. And the layup is good off the glass.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
On offense, here's Utah. Clarkson passes to Whiteside. And here's Clarkson. Takes a 3. Abdul-Jabbar with a rebound. Outside Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Are you serious? That is some power from a point guard.
Oh, I love backcourt players with some ups.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
Driving to the basket. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
This is legit showmanship right here. I mean, I'm a huge fan of the tomahawk there.
That's more than just getting 2 points. That was sending a clear message. Pascal finds Clarkson. Now here's Pascal. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Here's Whiteside. Just 5 on the clock. Whiteside clanks the putback jam. Outside Robinson. To the wing on the left. From deep, Johnson on target from range. Johnson's got 9 points.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
And so it's Los Angeles closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. Back after this. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
We've seen a lot of their points coming off penetration in this first half.
Well, they've established their presence in the paint tonight also. And a lot of their scoring coming from down low so far.
They've got Jordan Clarkson, Rudy Gay out there with Juan Hernan Gomez. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and it's Azubuike in at the center position. And for Los Angeles, Clarkson with the ball. From 10 feet away, and the jumper falls for him. Clarkson's got his 2nd bucket on the night.
Well, Jordan Clarkson, a nice, efficient look there. Boy, that'll help your percentages.
On the wing, Isaac. His first shot attempt. From deep, Johnson. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Robinson. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
Oh my, and that was textbook defense. Positioning himself well to send it back.
House, he's checked in for Hernan Gomez. Pass to Gay. Here's Azubuike. Clarkson outside. From the wing. Antetokounmpo. Clarkson's gone 2 of 5 from the field here. To the paint. And Giannis throws it down.
Well, wow. How about that fantastic look by Steph Curry? The ability to create and make the guys around him better.
For the away team, Giannis Antetokounmpo, shooting 1.
And that one falls for Antetokounmpo.
It is incredible to think how Stephen Curry can make something out of nothing. Broken plays, any breakdown, you need a bailout shot. This guy gets better when there is chaos.
Irving against Mitchell. From deep, Conley drains the triple. Conley's got 5 points.
Now, Mike Conley, we know his pre-shot preparation is excellent. Catch and shoot bucket, yes, sir.
So often, Doris, we've seen Curry almost lose the ball, then pull off something amazing.
He's got a great sense of the moment. Chaotic situations lead to him getting open. One of the many special skills Stephen Curry has.
Bogdanovich. And here's Mitchell. He's got 7 over Irving. Mitchell misses. And we're about 2 minutes into the 2nd quarter here. Fires the 3. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds in the game. Gay with the ball, guarded by Antetokounmpo. Conley passes to Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
Well, if you want to pinpoint one thing about Mike Conley, it's his feel for the game. That's a pretty pass.
Curry against Conley. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
Can you believe that's their first turnover? Good ball security has really helped them build this lead.
O'Neal, he's checked in for Gay. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Pass to Mitchell. Knocks it loose. Down low. Here's Gobert. That one's good. And it's Conley who picks up the assist. And it's now only a 1-point Los Angeles lead. Now here's Gobert.
Well, that's 2 fouls on him early. He'll have to be careful not to pick up another one.
So it's the home team now. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. The ball's knocked loose. Fast break, here we go.
In the first round.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. On offense, here's Utah. It's a 3-point game. Blocked! And it's out of bounds. Still Utah's ball.
Goes to your home team.
Pascal, he's checked in for Gobert. Here's Bogdanovich. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. And stolen by Irving. Here's Curry, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Mitchell. Whiteside, he's checked in for Bogdanovich.
Hassan Whiteside.
And there's 1:38 left in the half. Durant, the pass to Curry. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one.
This is where Steph Curry, that in-between game, that ability to balance the three and the drive with this space right here.
Conley finds Mitchell. And he drives in. And it's blocked by Irving. And it's out of bounds. Still Utah's ball.
Still the home team ball. Now in the lineup for your home team. Juan Hernan Gomez. Jordan Clarkson.
We've got 1:13 left to play in the second quarter. Now Hernan Gomez. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And it's Clarkson missing.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Boy, there's just a rhythm and a beauty to what Steph Curry does on a nightly basis. How pretty is that shot?
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Mitchell. On offense, here's Utah. Trailing by 8. Right side Pascal. And a slam dunk by Pascal.
Boy, outstanding pass and execution. They'd love to see Clarkson do that on a consistent basis.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And the big finish by Giannis.
Beyond belief. I mean, such a creative talent. And I'm not surprised to see Giannis get flashy on the finish.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. Back to Pascal. And a slam dunk by Pascal.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Poke loose. And stolen by Irving. The deep three from Durant. Oh, had the opportunity on the break, but couldn't make the three. Pascal passes to Clarkson. Uses the glass on the layup. And now it's just a 4-point Los Angeles lead.
Jordan Clarkson showing the ability to put the ball on the deck and make a play.
And the basket by Curry.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
And we finished off one half of play. The Los Angeles Lakers up by 6. We've got more in store for you right after this. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. At the forward slots, Avdia and Hachimura. The backcourt, it's Conley and Mitchell, and it's Gobert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Quinn Snyder. And it's O'Neal off the drive, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Well, Rudy Gobert stands 7'1", and he's an unselfish guy who puts the pass on the money.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Durant. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Durant's got his first 2 points of the night.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Here's Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
That's why Gobert is such a high percentage scorer. He finds a way to finish with that great length.
And after 14 years in the NBA, Mike Conley finally an All-Star in 2021, and he richly deserved it. A 3-time Joe Dumars Trophy winner for sportsmanship, like yours truly. I mean, he does it the right way.
Here's Mitchell, and it's blocked by Irving. They retain possession. Pass to Mitchell. This one for 3. Great D that time from Irving.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can...
That's a bad man right there.
Wow! Wow! That type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Pass to Durant, over Bogdanovich. Irving, off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. On offense, here's Utah. 8-point game. Mitchell against Irving. Got a piece of it. Ooh, Durant with a steal. To the middle. Here's Antetokounmpo. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry.
Assisted by
Curry's got 3 assists now in this one.
And look at Giannis using his length inside, allowing him to beat the contact and get the finish.
And Utah calls time here.
There's just a lot of wide open lanes to the rim here. That'll drive your coach nuts.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
Gay's checked in for O'Neal.
for the away team.
Pass to Mitchell. Takes it inside. It's hauled in by Isaac. Now Los Angeles with it. 10-point lead. This is their biggest of the game. Durant finds Isaac. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Mitchell, the pass to Conley. And here's Gay. Pass to Gobert. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Conley. Oh, rejected by Isaac.
You can see the long wingspan of Jonathan Isaac coming into play twice on the pipes.
Clarkson's checked in for Donovan Mitchell.
For your home team, Jordan Clarkson.
Inside. And it's Isaac with the basket on the assist by Holiday. And Los Angeles leads by 12. Man, they're just getting run over right now.
And you can really see they're starting to show some frustration.
We've got 1:48 left in the third. Really left him alone that time. Clarkson's got 10 points.
Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot, but right now this guy is cooking.
Here's Durant. He hits the back iron and sinks it.
Kevin Durant plays with great pace. He never allows the defense to speed him up, just a pretty pull-up jumper.
Durant against Bogdanovich. Back to Gay.
Well, put all that size to good use. Rip it off the backboard.
Durant, the pass to Holiday. Here's Durant. 59 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. 4 on the clock. To the paint. Beyond the arc. Offensive rebound. Outside Holiday. Durant with it. Second shot opportunity. No good. Off the front rim.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Gobert.
Boy, Rudy Gobert has really worked to expand his game. Now challenging guys off the dribble drive. My goodness.
And he knocks down the first one.
The line for your home team, Rudy Gobert. Taking 2 shots.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Here's Holiday with the drive and stolen by Gobert. Pass to Clarkson. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Now Los Angeles with it. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Isaac with it. He's guarded by Conley. Chalk up 2 there. And Los Angeles leads by 11.
This is encouraging to see Jonathan Isaac finish through contact. He obviously will fill out that frame and add some weight, but the balance really impressive.
And so it's Los Angeles. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
And just a selfless decision from your 2-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
How about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And so in the game for Los Angeles. Pass to Whiteside. It's deflected. Pulls up. Another shot. Out to the wing. On the wing, Holiday. Check by Mitchell. No good from outside. Pascal against Isaac. And it's Whiteside with a big finish.
And he brings this game a little closer using a huge one-hand slam.
That's a great way to get your team back into it. To the inside, Ewing, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And adds a few more points to their, their lead, showing off some style.
Wow, that was prime time stuff right there.
Well, Donovan Mitchell twice on the pipes. The rejection is nice.
Pass to Turkoglu. Isaac left side. Connects from downtown. And Los Angeles leads by 14. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Defensively, they've played with a high energy level tonight, and all the steals we've seen a result of that aggressiveness.
And you also have to give credit to them for their shot blocking. They've had a ton of rejections in this ballgame.
And Utah calls time here. Well, you can't ever feel safe with Holiday on the floor. Grant, he is one of the great ball hawks in the NBA.
Yeah, he reads plays very well. He has a good wingspan to swipe away errant passes. One of the many reasons Holiday is such a great defender.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, well, Quinn Snyder was just reviewing the plan with the team. He did everything he could to fire the team up, saying, quote, "I don't care how far down we are, we can do this. Attack and take what's ours. Let's go out there and show them it's not over."
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Mitchell misses. Mitchell's gone 3 of 10 shooting, so only 30%. Drives to the... Oh!
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Here's Conley. He got a piece of it.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
From deep three-point range, kept alive, controls the rebound and the putback.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
Right side Conley. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup.
If you give Mike Conley any kind of position on the interior, he is just crafty enough to finish it.
And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul. Checking in for your home team.
And if you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. The drive by Mitchell. Drops in the layup for 2.
Donovan Mitchell has got the size and the skill to score over the bigs on the interior. That's easy work for this young man.
Holiday from long range. Drops in the 3. Holiday's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Conley. Got a hand on it. That one doesn't drop. And Los Angeles the other way now. Throws it up high. Trying to go for a lob there. Excellent defense and anticipation to stop it. Bogdanovich passes to Gobert. A minute 31 left in the final quarter. Pass to O'Neal. Shot clock at 6. Bogdanovich from long range. It's hauled in by Robinson. Robinson's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Turkoglu. The rebound by Donovan Mitchell.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Turkoglu's shot is off. 58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
How high was Donovan Mitchell? How pretty was that dunk? My goodness.
Here's Turkoglu. From deep three-point range. No luck on that one. On offense, here's Utah. Down by 15. Gobert finds Conley. Here's Mitchell. 29 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Back to Bogdanovich. Here's Conley. Here's Gobert. And there's 2. Work on the glass, paying off that time. And that's a double-double for him now.
I'll tell you, you cannot give Rudy Gobert an inch of space when he's working the glass. This guy excels at using his reach.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Gobert can't hit it from 12 feet. The visiting club takes the win on the road. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Hey, when the squad link, we don't care what the people on the side think. I feel like Ron, I need 3, 4, 5 rings. How I control the competition, it's a mind thing. How I expose the opposition, it's a God thing. About to unload. Hey, I'm about to and they can feel it, it's a. I had to let the world know it's my time. I had to come up on the check, I was down. And I was up to my neck, almost drowned. But I paid all my debts off out loud. They got paid, now to recall my files. Wouldn't be life if it all went as planned. Sacrifice made me go, not no lamb. Just no nights in the gym going ham, yeah, yeah. This one for the people who was hating on me. Just to let them know that I'm still gon' eat. Keep my circle small, but it's still on fleek. Less is really more, so I don't feel lonely. Take it to the bank. Run it to the top, still got sweat on me. Defending my respect in the gym, doing sets just to flex on everybody who had flexed on me. Hey, when the squad link, we don't care what the people on the side think. I feel like Brian, I need 3, 4, 5 rings. How I control the competition, it's a mind thing. How I expose.
The city of Denver is in full motion tonight as we get. Set to bring you the action from the Pepsi Center. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. Our game tonight featuring Los Angeles as they go up against the Nuggets. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. And we'll be hearing from DA along the sideline all game long. So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that George Karl has on the floor. They've got Robinson. He's out there with Jonathan Isaac. Abdul-Jabbar is out there with Johnson. And for Denver, Gordon and Jokic hold down the post for him. Monte Morris is out there with Will Barton. And it's Green in at the 3, the small forward. Now, here's Jokic. Following the shot by Kareem. 4 on the clock. And it's good, 2 points.
And Jokic with that incredible vision. Quickly spots the open man.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds that time. Morris looking over the floor. Gordon up on top, guarded by Robinson. Gordon kicks to Green. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yes, the last few years, the rules changes have tended to benefit the offenses. This evens things out a bit.
Now here's Johnson. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
He was able to simply lay it in over the top of the smaller man.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throw of the night. And Morris has got the ball here for the Nuggets. Pass to Jokic. Over Abdul-Jabbar. And it's Jokic missing. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. It's stolen by Morris. Barton outside. Morris outside. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And here is Los Angeles now. Covered by Morris. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Los Angeles shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. First one falls for him. Campazzo's checked in for Denver. Both good from the line that time.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Pass to Jokic. Over Abdul-Jabbar, and that one comes up a bit short. Driving. Oh!
Yes! Yes! And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Robinson pulls it in. Los Angeles leading by 5. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Now here's Gordon. Over Robinson. The Nuggets with another miss. And here is Los Angeles now. Inside, Abdul-Jabbar. And it's sent back by Jokic. Martin passes to Campazzo. He's looking for Gordon and finds him.
And with Aaron Gordon, we knew about his high-flying acrobatics. But at his age, still seeking more consistency. Given his talent, he must continue to get better.
First trip to the line for him here. Free throw good, Gordon.
And there's no question that Gordon is a talented player, and it's clear he wants to be a star in this league.
And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 9-1 run.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Isaac with the steal. Robinson goes in. And Gordon over to help. Puts up a 3. Robinson, that's good. Greg, there's no question Gordon has game, especially remembering some of those dunk contests he was in.
An impressive athlete, no doubt. And his outside shot has improved. Now he's got to concentrate on scoring more for his team. Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. These should be on your radar all the time.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
And here's Isaac. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. 11-point game. And Isaac throws it down.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
Campazzo is guarded by Johnson. A rebound by Johnson. Los Angeles leading by 13. Here's Robinson. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I'll tell you, this was their strategy coming in. They obviously identified a weakness there inside.
Gets it off. And so it's Los Angeles, riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. And we'll be right back after this. Glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
It looks like they're ready to run today, fellas. They keep getting out on the break whenever they can.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
So with Durant sitting on the bench, here's the group that George Karl has on the floor. Robinson is out there with Isaac. Then it's Kareem. Then it's Johnson. Back to Morris. Here is Forbes. And it's sent back by Isaac.
Oh, how about the read from the young fella? Isaac is dependable at anticipating when to go for the block. And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Pass to Morris. He feeds it to Cousins. Back to Morris. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
And Denver decides to take their first time out here.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And it boils down to the question, toughness. One team showing it, the other allowing itself to be bullied.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
So difficult to stay planted, especially with all the motion around you. Annoying turnover.
On its way from Curry for two. Out to KD. Outside Irving. Durant for three. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Smooth and lethal. This offense is fortunate to have someone like KD stretching the floor.
To the inside. It's deflected. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Curry's got the ball. The pass to Gilmore. Misses from close range. Denver trails by 20. Morris kicks to Cousins. And the wide open shot from Morris. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Morris has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And a deep three from Curry. Offensive rebound. Antetokounmpo dishes to Durant. And stolen by Cousins. Releases from 15. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
Here's Gilmore, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
The passing ability of Steph Curry, not just a shooter, he's skilled at spotting open guys.
And Smitty, he's not that flashy about it, but Curry remains one of the elite ball handlers of all time.
Stephen Curry is efficient on how he uses his dribble. Great composure when pressured in traffic, and sometimes he will show off those skills. This is who you want leading that play, a sure passer with great awareness.
Covered by Irving. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Julius Erving. For Denver, they have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. He's perfect from the line this time. Los Angeles leading by 17. Jokic with it. He's picked up by Erving. Green kicks to Barton. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Barton's got 5 points so far.
Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
Here's Curry. Pass to Gilmore. In the hoop for his 3rd make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they've executed.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Here's Barton. It's tipped.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Allowing any room to operate, you know he's going to be aggressive.
Now here's Curry. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. Durant wide open. He gets it to go. Hitting off the back of the rim.
A shooter of Durant's skill will always be a go-to guy. Once he has the ball, it's a done deal.
Over to the wing. Baseline try. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads. Cut down to 11 points with that bucket from Jokic.
Shooting much better this quarter than last. You can see his confidence growing.
It's Curry outside. Erving passes to Gilmore. He can't hit that time. Good defense by Jokic. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. To the middle. And Jokic throws it down.
And night in and night out, you can always count on Jokic to bring it. He is a special, special talent.
Curry looking around. 3-pointer. Knocks down the 3-ball. Curry's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Not only is he a deadly shooter from out there, but he is towering over his defender.
And so it's Los Angeles, up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Denver trails by 12. Gordon and Jokic hold down the post for him. Will Barton is out there with Monte Morris. And it's Green in at the small forward position. That's the group for Michael Malone getting going here in the second half. Now, here's Antetokounmpo following the miss by Jokic. Outside for Durant. No good on the triple. Here's Denver now. Here's Barton. And the rejection by Curry.
Great anticipation from Steph Curry and beautiful timing on that play.
And that was a great replay we just saw of our mobile one block.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
Gordon, the pass to Morris. Sinks that one from the post. Morris has got his second bucket tonight.
Oh, a fantastic passer at his position. Gordon stays alert and ready to pass to an open teammate.
And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant.
Yeah, and I think he was surprised to see that pass coming his way and just really reacted too late.
Denver trails by 10. Now here's Gordon. Driving the lane, and it's Gordon with the finish.
And we've seen Gordon in the dunk contest before. He enjoys showing off when given the chance.
17-foot shot on the way.
Stephen
Curry, good. Curry's got 5 now.
And watching that defensive effort right there, you wonder how much they want this game.
They are getting buried tonight with plays like that one, allowing too much space for a good shooter.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Jokic. Jokic has gone 4-7 from the field here.
And something we've seen the last few years, boxing ones thrown at Curry, although they've had mixed success.
And amazing to even consider using a box and one in the NBA, isn't it, Greg? But Curry does that with his offense to the teams that defend him.
Kevin, I agree, and it didn't work well in the 2019 finals. Curry has started to adjust to that look. Much harder to use when Curry has other options on offense.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Jokic. Rivers comes in for Barton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Morris.
Because of his talent, any team KD is on, they will always have a chance to compete.
Denver calls timeout. Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Rivers with it. Isaac picks him up. Here is Forbes. Rivers lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Holiday. He dishes it to Ewing. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon. Los Angeles shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight. That's good from Ewing. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Rivers against Irving. Passes to Forbes. Knocked away. Rivers against Ewing. Yep, that one goes in there. Ewing's got his second basket of the night.
And how about the muscle inside from Ewing? Easily getting to wherever he wants to on that low block.
Rivers gets a wide open look. Again, the Nuggets score. Los Angeles leading by 11. Holiday, the pass to Isaac. And Isaac throws it down.
I mean, a tremendous all-around talent. Drew Holiday keeping his eyes up and his options open.
Outside. Green. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Feeds it to Forbes. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. 1:56 left to play in the third. Back to Holiday. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock. Outside Irving. Fires for three. Drills it from outside. Irving's got himself on the board with three there.
Poor defense there. That's his bread and butter. You have to crowd him out on the perimeter.
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. They trail by 16. To the paint. And it's sent back by Isaac. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here. Campazzo's checked in for Rivers. .135 left in the third quarter. Guarded by Holiday. 4 on the shot clock. Campazzo, and it's sent back by Irving.
And not many guys Irving's size are this good at blocking shots. Takes incredible timing and athleticism.
.119 left in the third quarter. Holiday, the pass to Isaac, and Isaac throws it down.
Yeah, you gotta push Isaac out of the paint. Once he's got that position, he is going to be all over the rim.
Here's Najee, and Ewing with the block. Here's Holiday, and there's the drive, and it's slammed in by Holiday.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo-wee!
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Green with the rebound. Denver trails by 20. Green in the post. Defended by Turkoglu. And another miss by Denver. Irving passes to Isaac. The kick out to Holiday. Now Isaac. Ewing inside. He's got 5, and that one good.
Yeah, love watching Isaac find the open teammate. Has great floor awareness out there and just knows when one of his guys has a clean look. All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
You know what? This has always been a debate. Do you take the timeout, or do you let your guys try to fight through it?
And so it's Los Angeles, holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. We're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So with Johnson sitting on the bench, here's the group that George Karl has on the floor. Ewing is out there with Jonathan Isaac. Then there's Irvin. Then it's Hedo Turkoglu. And it's Holiday in at the 1 spot.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
So difficult to stay planted, especially with all the motion around you. Annoying turnover.
Now here is Holiday. Here's Ewing. Isaac trying to break free. Good defense by Jokic. Campazzo, the pass to Jokic, and he makes good on the layup. 11 points for Jokic.
Plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team.
Morris against Holiday. Out to the wing. Turkoglu passes to Ewing. 2 points. That one goes. Ewing's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
And just trying to get some traction offensively. Boy, it hasn't been pretty.
You know, this is a good time to maybe switch up your strategy a little bit. You can't keep doing what you're doing and expect a different result.
Gordon's checked in for the Nuggets. Bryn Forbes comes in for Campazzo. And Los Angeles with some changes. Ewing's gone 4 of 5 shooting from the field. Martin surveying the floor. Over Robinson. Off the left rim and out. Outside Durant. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
When it comes to surveying the floor, Durant's height is a major asset.
Pass to Forbes. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Tries again. Robinson pulls it in. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
DeMarcus Cousins. Vlatko Čančar. Austin Rivers.
And here are the Nuggets now. Rebound by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Abdul-Jabbar's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Outside for KD. He's looking for Abdul-Jabbar and finds him. It's good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now Rivers. And there's the pass to Gordon. Here's Čančar. Guarded by KD. 6 to shoot. Pass to Gordon. Second shot opportunity. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Robinson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Durant. And then Durant with the jam.
I don't think we've ever seen a player of Durant's size who can handle the rock that well.
Passes it to Čančar. That one's off, still out of sync. From deep. Here's Robinson outside for Durant. Another shot. Again, Los Angeles. 1:53 left to play in the final quarter. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And it's Gordon penetrating for three. Forbes. The Nuggets with another miss. Here's Los Angeles now. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he's doing it by getting to his spots and making big shots.
Now here's Cousins. Pass to Chuncho. Here's Rivers. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
I mean, he's extremely confident and aggressive. Rivers loves to take it up inside.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. From deep three-point range, he misses his first shot of the contest after making his first 6. Down low, here's Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Cutting his teeth in the Spurs system, Forbes has improved at keeping his eyes up and finding the open man.
Johnson with it. He's picked up by Cousins. They double-team Johnson. Durant feeling it out a bit. Just 5 on the clock. Off the mark with the little step back, Johnny.
Here's Dort. Clock at 6. Here's Baisley from deep. It's hauled in by Isaac.
And Darius Baisley with an interesting path to the NBA. He skipped college in 2019, did his own private workouts to prepare for the league. A savage reverse jam. That takes great body control.
No question. He was making a statement right there, man. Baisley. That one a little long. Now Los Angeles with it. Down low. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And you know, Grant, with Baisley's path to the league, initially wanted to go to the G League, but backed out of that.
Yeah, a lot of twists and turns on his journey. More and more players now bypass college. Baisley took a risk, and it seems to have paid off for him.
Now here's Dort. 11 feet out. Oh, rejected by Isaac. Driving inside. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they played and a confidence they're not afraid to show.
Their focus next trip has to be getting a high-quality shot. I mean, they don't want to start the game 0 for 5.
Yeah, a communication breakdown. Two guys thinking in opposite directions. The pass winds up in the stands.
A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
That'll put some fear into the shooters, and he made sure to do it early, too.
First quarter, just over a minute and a half in. Here's Giddey. Here he goes. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure. And he's going for the oop here.
That's what I'm talking about. That's a perfect 4 for 4 start for them. Now they're just getting all the shots they want.
Here's Mann. Pass to Roby. Robinson with the block. And that's out of bounds. Oklahoma City will keep it. Here's Mann. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Here's Abdul-Jabbar. No good from 11 feet. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes play. Isaac against Dort. Back to Roby. Pass to Dort. Just 5 to shoot. From downtown. Rebounded by Johnson. And here's Isaac. He takes it in. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, B.A.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively, something that needs to change and change soon.
Yeah, they might be pressing a little. I mean, forcing some things. This is a good opportunity to calm everyone down.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Here's Maladon. Outside, Williams. To the paint. Here's Favors. Deflected. Here's Isaac. Over to the wing. Inside. Pass to Johnson. Uncovered. And that one drops for him. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Los Angeles?
They deserve a lot of credit for the defense they've played in the paint here early. Contesting shots, blocking shots, just making life difficult on the opposing shooters in general.
I also like what they've done on the fast break in their first half tonight. They're taking it to them.
Now here's Johnson. And he's going for the lob. Throw it down on the lob.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass. Isaac against Williams. And the call will be against Jonathan Isaac. That's his first foul.
Checking in for your home team,
One minute left to play in the first quarter. Here's Maladon. He's covered by Curry. Intercepted. And they're running. Ahead. It's tipped.
He didn't have his feet planted.
checking in for the away team, Mike Muscala, Jeremiah Robinson Earl.
There's 45 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. To the inside. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup.
These defenders really need to man up, particularly in the lane.
With the teardrop. Irving against Wiggins. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. And that one's good. Maladon. Here's Curry. To the middle. Lays it up and banks it in.
He can wow you with his passes. I mean, that's as good of a pass as any three-pointer Curry's going to hit.
Here's Maladon. Pass to Muscala. Tipped. And that concludes the first quarter of play. The Lakers up 9. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. So far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
Well, setting the pace early, Ohio State.
And he lobs it up top. And an emphatic jam on the lob.
Everyone loves the alley-oop.
Yep, one of the prettiest in basketball.
And look, legacy, its numbers all cemented him.
And for the Thunder, they've got Ty Jerome. Alexei Pokusevski is out there with Mike Muscala. And it's Wiggins in at the 2. Now here's Curry. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
The ability to put the ball on the deck to get anywhere he needs to go, that's a big advantage for Curry.
At times, some have doubted Curry's legacy. Hard to make a case against him, though, in my opinion.
I agree, B.A. He has produced in every capacity. It's just a matter of how great he is. One of the top 3 point guards of all time.
To the left side wing. And Turkoglu gets it to go.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. And as we head into this break, the players have an opportunity to replenish their energy with Gatorade as they prepare to go into the final stages of this ball game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, not to mention over the course of a season, you have to stay hydrated. If you don't, it's amazing how much slower your body is to bounce back. It can have a serious effect on performance, no question.
second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Here's Mann. He's guarded by Irving. Giddy. And he slams it in one-handed.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Rebounded by Roby.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Dort outside. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. The three-pointer off the mark.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And he jams it home with authority.
Such incredible hops for a center. Look, it allows him to hold his own against any other five in the league.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Overall, though, they've taken good care of the ball. That's their first turnover.
To the inside. Banked it in off the glass. And now just a three-point Los Angeles. Lead.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Pass to Irving. And Irving powers it home.
Slams it down with two hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Dort with it. Oh, can't answer back with his own dunk.
Give it up for the D. No fear. You risk getting posterized. You know what, though? But you still take them on.
Antetokounmpo outside. Pass to Turkoglu. 5 on the clock. And they get it back. Ball stolen. Here's Roby. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far.
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
Step back and fire. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Irving. Back to Antetokounmpo. Oh, ripped away. Here's Giddy. He's covered by Curry. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. 6 to shoot. Here's Roby. And he converts the layup. Roby's got 8 points here in the quarter.
This run has been fueled by their Matador defense.
Here's Turkoglu. Rebounded by Roby.
You just can't find the touch this quarter. He's got to keep grinding, though, and looking for the best shot possible.
Here's Giddy. Oh, they get a hand on it. Curry with a steal. From deep three-point range. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Curry's got 5 now.
And they're winning and playing with great confidence, but they need to be more efficient with those three-pointers.
Pass to Bazley. Fires for 3. Good D by Antetokounmpo. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside Curry. Sends it home from three-point land. And it's a 7-point Los Angeles lead.
I mean, it took him a long time to get into the flow of the game, but the points are starting to come for him now.
Dort up top. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Yeah, even a slight movement is going to catch a ref's eye. I mean, they're trained to focus on that.
And a deep three from Curry. Stephen Curry getting it done for Los Angeles. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be right back after this word. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, he's kind of been the floor general for them tonight. A lot of assists for him.
And that's somewhat of a surprise, I mean, but he's been really patient and unselfish.
And if you just join it in, 1 half is in the books. 1 half to go. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. Antetokounmpo has got his first bucket in this one.
And the balance Giannis has. Outstanding job taking the contact and finishing despite it.
And for Oklahoma City, Luguentz Dort out there with Darius Bazley. Then there's Zaytoowavii, and it's man in a shooting guard. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
Yeah, obviously he had the shot well anticipated, able to shut it down with authority.
The visitors with the ball. 9-point game. Dort outside. Pass to Bazley. And that one is hammered home.
He is a fantastic athlete for a power forward. Whatever he lacks in height, he makes up for with hops.
Well, if you're a fan of this team, you have to be happy with the way Dort's game has grown.
You can count on Dort to continue to improve. I mean, he's made huge strides after his rookie year. He has a great trajectory for his career.
Now here's Dort on the take. It's tipped. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Muscala, he's checked in for Roby. Here in this 3rd quarter, just over a minute play. Up top, Curry. Give him 8. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. Here's Oklahoma City now, trailing by 4. Bazley, good. Bazley's got 4 points this quarter.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
If things are definitely working offensively, a balanced attack is just so much harder to defend. And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Pass to Muscala. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. They pinned that one on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
and so he hits both.
Oh, this is a big fella who has no problems at the foul line. I mean, a very smooth touch on his stroke.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Here's Johnson. They get the rebound. Pass to Robinson. Six on the shot clock. Knocks down the long J. 5 points in the game.
Well, he doesn't play around. If the buck is there for him, he's going to get it.
Here's Maladon, covered by Johnson. Here's Maladon. He's got 5. Deflected. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Shooting for your home team, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
The first free throw is good. So it's both teams making substitutions here. That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Here's Jerome. Pass to Favors. Back to Maladon. Jacks up a 3. Unable to get that one. And Los Angeles the other way now. They've led by as many as 11. Here's Ewing. Off with the layup. Here's Pokusevski, covered by Johnson. 1:43 left in the third. Jerome. It's picked off. From behind the arc. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Gets the 3 ball to go. And Los Angeles leads by 10.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Yeah, they're hoping to turn things around with this timeout.
Yeah, they have to regroup and revisit their strategy at the defensive end.
Williams is checked in for Jerome. We've got 1:28 left in the third quarter. It's stolen by Johnson. Inside. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Now Los Angeles with it. They're on a 12-4 run. Here's Johnson. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. All right, let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
All those block shots, that's a clear indicator of the great D they've been playing, not giving them an inch of space out there.
Another thing, they haven't missed a beat on the fast break in either half tonight.
The free throw drops for Johnson. Off on that one, so he goes 1 out of 2 at the line. Outside, Williams. Pass to Roby. Here's Giddey, covered by Johnson. Shot clock at 5. And there's the rejection. Here's the break. The pull-up. Off the window. It's good. He's got 10.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Now here's Favors. He's closely guarded. And there's the drive. Giddey, he got a piece of it. On the wing, Durant. Down low. And stolen by Favors.
Wow! Oh, that counts! Oh, man. That'll silence a hostile crowd.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. The Lakers leading by 10. After a quick break, we're coming right back with the start of the fourth quarter. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
This is how you quarterback an offense. He sees and anticipates what the defense is doing.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Here's Giddey, covered by Johnson. Going inside, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Yeah, it seems like whenever one team scores, the other comes right back with a bucket of its own.
And for the Thunder, Zaytoowavii out there with Darius Baisley. Then there's Lou Dort, and it's Giddey in at the point. Here's Giddey, covered by Johnson. Tries it from the top of the key. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Misses the 3.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
They get it back. Here's Roby. Got a hand on it. Durant with it, and it's Dort picking him up. And Durant with the big finish.
Oh, nice slam right there from Durant to finish off the play. He's just really good at converting those plays strong.
Pass to Roby, over to the left wing. Here's Baisley. Second chance effort, and he sinks the layup.
Toughness and energy on the boards, and an easy putback to show for it.
Into the lane, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks, guys. Mark Dagnall had some words for his team over the last break. He focused on perimeter play at both ends. On D, he wants to prevent open looks from deep. And at their own end, he thinks they can create better shots with better ball movement. We'll see if he gets his wish. Back to you.
Thank you for that, Allie. Pass to Giddey. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Curry. Curry with the block.
Oh, look at that. You see, that shows what kind of athlete Curry is. His quickness to the ball. Get that shot out of here.
Big rebound on a night where they haven't exactly controlled the glass.
And yep, it's good.
He's shown great patience tonight. I mean, he went through a scoreless first half, but didn't get down on himself. I mean, now he's got it going.
Curry from deep three-point land. Nice open look, but it's no good. Pass to Roby. Back to Dort. Here's Giddey. Puts up a three. No. 4 for 9 from the floor now. Here's Durant. And it's slammed in by Durant.
The reverse slam, that was sweet.
Ah, the finesse on full display. Tipped away. In transition, here they come. And that one hits the back iron. Pass to Man. Takes the three. Sinks the tray.
But that's what they're looking for. They need him to take on a bigger role this game.
Outside Curry. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
I'm surprised to see the game's best shooter sink a three like that. Anything you can do, Curry can do better.
Dort's gone 2 for 7 from the field. The quick look, no good that time. To the paint. Here's Roby. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Here's Durant, and he drives in. It's deflected, and it's turned out it's going to be a foul. He was hoping for a clean block, but the officials felt otherwise. So we'll have some free throws coming up here. And the first one at the line is good.
I mean, think about Durant. He's such a unique player. He uses his length. That's my man, Stretch Armstrong. He's basically a 7-foot guard.
And both free throws good for Durant. Here's Oklahoma City now. A 12-point game. Here's Dort with the drive. Curry with the block. Out of bounds. It'll be Oklahoma City's ball. .58 seconds left in the final quarter. Durant against Dort. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. Now here's Curry. Tightly guarded. Outside Durant. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Curry. And Los Angeles leads by 13.
Should just about do it. Big-time shot in the final stretches here.
As well as they should. I mean, they've really earned this victory with all the hard work they put in tonight.
Now here's Isaac. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth. Takes it inside. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Pass to Dort. Goes back up, and it's good on the lay-in.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back.
And so they get the victory here at home. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yes, so true. They put on a show here at home. And I really think they had that extra swagger and confidence, too.
And that'll do it, folks. For Chris Webber, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Thank you for tuning in to watch the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
The noon turns to the moonlight, funky tracks. Freestyling all night, doing it right. No more time, music make it better. My crew banging through blocks like from up. Problems, I suppose. Honey, you gotta understand your man's got flows, and I'm leaving you. So by the time I get to Phoenix, underground heads will fiend this musical genius. Transglobal by the book, bars with noble hooks, armed with overlooked talented guests. So God bless crooks, the loops. Something for your troops to sit around and vibe. From Camel, double invest to ease stress. We brought the hip hop, so have fun and God bless.
When the stress burns my brain just like acid raindrops, is the only thing that makes the pain stop.
I let the music take over my soul, body, and mind. Kick back, relax one time, and you will find.
When the stress burns my brain just like acid raindrops, is the only thing that makes the pain stop.
Just let the music take over your soul, body, and mind. And kick back, relax one time, and you will find. Pop collars to this, wear ice to this. To this, yo, is it something we miss? Pop collars to this, wear ice to this. To this, is it something we miss? Yeah, like my two-way, throw bows and do the shoulder shake. We throwing bows up in here, do the shoulder shake. My two-way, oops, my shoulder shake. Oops, up, I'm throwing bows.
I don't stop until I break a sweat. Ooh, wet. I keep dripping, hit him with finesse. Ooh, ooh, wet. Every day I wake, I know I'm blessed. Ooh, ooh, wet. Pull up like I barely hit the net. Ooh, ooh, wet. I don't stop until I break a sweat. Sweat. Ooh, wet. I keep dripping, hit him with finesse. Sweat. Ooh, wet. Every day I wake, I know I'm blessed. Blessed. Ooh, wet. Pull up like I barely hit the net. Wet. Sweat. Sweat. Ooh, ooh, wet. Sweat. Sweat. Ooh, wet. Sweat.
Ah, what a great view of our setting this evening. Minneapolis, Minnesota. Thursday night, the best night of the week for NBA basketball. Hi there, everybody, and thanks for being with us on 2K Sports. Alongside Grant Hill and Steve Smith, Allie LaForce, our reporter, I'm Brian Anderson. Now the starting group for the visitors. And for the Timberwolves, Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then it's Patrick Beverly. Then it's D'Angelo Russell. And it's Edwards in at the three, the small forward. Beverly with it. Pass to Towns. Oh, he clanks that one off the back iron and it falls.
We know Beverly's ability as a defender, but don't underestimate his ability as a distributor. He has good vision.
It's good on the putback.
And those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
Beverly outside. Pass to Towns. And a nice finish on the layup.
Look at Towns asserting himself inside. He knows he can muscle his way to a shot anytime. And when you watch Towns, one thing is clear. He's one of the best in the league. He gives you so much when he's on the floor.
To the inside, Vanderbilt. And he goes in for the dunk.
He's undersized for a 4, but his hops level the playing field.
And that one drops.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scorers.
And you know, Grant, with Towns, he's arguably one of the top dozen big men in the league.
And you forget how young he is, B.A. I mean, a few years from now, he might be top 5. He has all the tools necessary to be a superstar.
Johnson inside, working on Vanderbilt. Johnson with a bucket. Johnson's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Now, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
Now here's Edwards. And he dunks it down.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh? Johnson with it. Russell covering. Picked his pocket. A quick shot there. It's off target. Russell against Johnson. Tipped. They recover it. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line.
David Robinson.
Throw good, Robinson. Now here's Russell. Beverly outside. And he lobs it up. Nice catch and finish on the lob.
Smooth finish off a terrific feed.
Man, the timing and execution couldn't have been any better right there. Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson. Slams it in.
When you're trying to stop a guy like this, you have to match his intensity level.
Beverly, the pass to Towns. Oh, and Johnson with a block. About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Doubled by Russell. Stolen by Russell. To the middle. Here's Towns. No luck on that one. Johnson with the defensive effort. Inside. Stolen by Russell. For the finish. Robinson with the block. Here's the break. And that one is stuffed right through.
Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into. And Minnesota calls time here.
Guard it.
we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Here's Noel. It's hauled in by Robinson. Wow, potent offense. It's been fun to watch.
Just aggressive and effective, taking it right to the defense. He's just too quick to the cup. No one near him to get postered.
Now here's Beasley. With some arc, it's deflected. Isaac outside. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark.
Man, I'll tell you, when you get your floater game going, it's a tremendous weapon.
And there it is for him.
I mean, every time down the floor, this is what you're trying to do. Find the right matchup.
Knocked loose. In transition. Great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one.
And they have really ramped up the pace.
24 seconds left in the first quarter. And here's Beasley. Six to shoot. Here's the 3. The shot no good. And so it's Los Angeles closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. All right, stick around. We'll be right back. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
McDaniels out there with Naz Reid. Then it's Malik Beasley. Then it's Jalen Noel. And it's Layman in at the 3 slot. And for Los Angeles, here's Beasley. Oh, and Johnson with a block. And they're on the break. Isaac for 3. And no good. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score. I'll tell you what, you have to be excited about Jonathan Isaac. Whenever he's on the floor, he makes an impact on both ends of the court.
The offensive rebound. Out to the right wing. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Oh, hammer it home.
Ooh, that hurt.
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show. Here's Noel. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Isaac outside. And the dunk by Isaac.
I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless. And Minnesota calls time here.
Coach definitely wants to talk about their interior defense, which has not been impressive.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
Close them in on 2 minutes played here in the second. And the shot goes down.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
Here's Johnson. Isaac outside. covered by Towns. Abdul-Jabbar's shot is good. He's got 6.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Down low. Here's Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
I'll tell you what, that cat was strong and physical. Woo, I'm not sure how you can effectively stop Towns around the basket.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time. Vanderbilt's checked in for McDaniels. And now another look at that mobile 1 block defensive performance.
Yeah, good offense comes from great defense. This lead is only getting stronger with plays like that.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Here's Russell. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Russell's gone 1 for 3 from the field here. Antetokounmpo, great positioning on the putback. And Los Angeles leads by 13.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Here's Edwards. There's the drive.
He goes to the bounce pass there. Nice rhythm at the end of the play.
Now Los Angeles with it. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Beverly for 3. It's tipped. Irving against Beverly. Beverly with a steal. And here's the fast break. That's tipped. And stolen by Irving. Fires from the wing. No good there. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. To the inside. Towns. Antetokounmpo with the block.
A Defensive Player of the Year winner, Antetokounmpo affects so many shots with his length.
To the paint. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Antetokounmpo, bam.
And we've begun to see their three-point shooting slip a little this quarter.
Beverly against Curry. The lob, very well done.
Terrific pass. That's the unselfishness you want to see. Beverly's all about the team.
Here's Curry. And he banks in the layup. Curry's got his first points of the game.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
Beverly, the pass to Edwards. Towns with the ball. Beverly for 3. Can't hit it. He's 0 for 2 now. The 3 from Curry. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound.
Yeah, just a little off his game this quarter. He's trying to work his way into a rhythm.
And it's rejected. Pass to Turkoglu. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Turkoglu.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes a first. So both teams making some changes here. Good on both.
When your bigs can make free throws, it's a huge advantage. Love his approach to getting to the line.
17 seconds left in the first half. Beasley for 3. Antetokounmpo grabs the board, and they're pushing it up. Here's Irving, and Irving powers it home.
Unbelievable. You talk about players who have transformed this league. Giannis is at the top of that list. Just a tremendous pass right there.
And so it's Los Angeles with an impressive 16-point lead heading into the break. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. More 2K action in just a moment. up on the scoreboard. The second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Anthony Edwards out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's D'Angelo Russell. And it's Beverly in at the 1. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half.
He's so creative in the pick and roll sets because he's a threat at passing the basketball, a phenomenal passer. He's the defense's worst nightmare.
Pass to Towns. Beverly outside. Now here's Towns. Defense is right there.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
On defense, the visiting team. 18 points separating these teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. And then Russell with the dunk.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Forget just landing in. He wanted to make a statement. You know he's pulling his weight, but they still find themselves behind.
The 3 from Curry. Nails it from beyond the arc. Curry's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Terrific game plan coming out of halftime. A perfect 3 for 3 from the field. Talk to anyone who has guarded Curry. They all talk about his movement. He never stops moving on offense.
Pass to Turkoglu. On the wing, Curry. 3-pointer. Pure from 3-point range. Curry's got 10 points in the game.
Talk about making halftime adjustments. You love what they're doing with him now offensively.
Here's Towns. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds to Minnesota. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
Yeah, what a play. I mean, that'll have the offense thinking twice about taking shots in his presence.
Jaden McDaniel. Jake Layman.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Curry with a steal. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Irving. Back to Antetokounmpo. Here's Curry. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. To the middle. Here's Beverly. That shot, no good. Great D that time from Irving. With Curry and his movement, he has to do it in order to get open.
The movement, B.A., makes him easy to play with. Says a lot about his incredible conditioning, an underrated part of his greatness.
2 points. That one goes.
The passing ability of Steph Curry, not just a shooter, he's skilled at spotting open guys.
Pass to Towns. Inside. And the basket by Balmaro.
Great player movement, great ball movement. That's fun to watch.
To the middle. Here's Ewing. The kick out. Curry. Right side, Irving. To the paint. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. And they're on the run with the 10-footer. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo's got 5 rebounds tonight.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
You love Curry's command of this offense, the ability to pass with either hand.
And Minnesota calls time here.
Coach is not happy with their effort on the defensive glass. They're giving up way too many second chance points.
1:36 left to play in the third quarter here. On the wing, Noel launches it, nails it from three. Noel's got his first 3 points of the game.
Woo! He got a clean look, and he makes the defense pay for disrespecting him.
20 feet out. Good on the jump shot.
The underrated vision of Holiday. I like it when he's distributing, and I think his coach does as well.
Here's Noel. He's covered by Holiday. Holiday's over to help. Here's Beasley. Got a hand on it. Outside Durant. Here he goes. And Durant slams it home.
My goodness, the ball handling ability by Durant. He is putting on a show.
Pass to Beasley. There's 42 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Prince is checked in for McDaniels. So it's the home team now. Reed.
Go it down, young
Clear
fella.
the deck.
Deck cleared. He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now.
When you're that long and that athletic, I'll tell you, KD has the ability to put a little extra on it.
There's 25 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Okogie. Back to Reed. Here's Noel. 5 on the clock. Going inside. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Finish it off. A beauty.
And he's playing the game with a certain flair right now.
Oh, he caps off the move with a little hang time on the rim. And so it's Los Angeles. Up 25 big ones as we head into the next period. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. We'll be back in a moment. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And so in the game for Los Angeles.
Good aggression from KD on D, hustling to get a hand on the shot.
Oh, and Reed with a block. And they get it back. On the take, and he jams it home with authority.
And B.A., he takes his rebounding so seriously.
This dude is such a grinder. His teammates appreciate the effort. Just goes all out on the glass.
You know, this is one of his specialties, keeping plays alive, creating second chance opportunities.
Here's Prince. Off the mark there with a 3. Down low. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Out to Beasley. And the call will be against Jonathan Isaac. That's his first foul of the game.
Zaytoowavii, Leandro Bolmaro, D'Angelo Russell.
On defense, the visiting team. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed. Shot clock at 6. From 9 feet out, deflected. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Layman pulls it in. Outside Russell. Pass to Reed. Outside Durant. Counted from distance. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Los Angeles.
They've been playing such pesky defense. It's been very impressive, especially all the turnovers they've caused.
I'll tell you something else. The points they've scored on the fast break tonight have been a major factor. And their perimeter shooting numbers have been up since the start of the second half.
Karl Anthony Towns is checked in for Reed.
Karl Anthony Towns.
Boy, you love how guys are making plays for one another here.
Yeah, just a balanced attack, a total team effort.
And the three-pointer goes. Durant's got 10 points here in the second half.
A shooter of Durant's skill will always be a go-to guy. Once he has the ball, it's a done deal.
Pass to Prince. Tipped. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. The kick to Durant. Out left to the wing. Let's go with a three. Offensive rebound. Lets it go from deep. And yes, it's good. He's 7 for 8 now.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
Pass to Balmaro. Here's Russell. Towns passes to Russell. Over Holiday. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
And D'Angelo Russell, looking at his career, he's slowly becoming a more efficient player, learning his strengths and his limitations.
Shooting two.
The first one falls, and for Russell, he's still a volume scorer. But now I think he's better at picking his spots.
And you can live with his percentages. I mean, he's improved his shot from the outside. It seems like he's always looking to refine his game.
And both free throws good for Russell. 1:51 left to play in the fourth. Here's Holiday. Pass to Isaac. Towns against Holiday from 13. Nice touch on the bank shot.
Just pure shooting ability from Towns. Exceptional. A big guy who can do it all on the offensive end.
Oh, it's stolen by Towns. The shot off that time. Ooh, Durant with some nice D. Launches a three, and he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
You know, when you're raining threes, you can stack up points in a hurry, but it can go the other way as well.
Pass to Balmaro. The three, it's tipped, and it's out of bounds to Minnesota.
Zaytoowavii. Jalen Noel.
Here's Towns. Fires from 14. No good there. 5 for 11 in the contest. Holiday from long range. No good on the shot. And here's Minnesota now. Towns into the lane. And Towns slams it home.
Fantastic use off the bounce by Towns, getting all the way to the rim.
Here's Holiday. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They've came in focused and they've executed. Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5 even though he's a little undersized.
One side is dominated tonight.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job of imposing their pace and style of play.
The shot by Holiday, no good. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Balmaro. 4-3. He can't get it to go. Now Durant. Fires at the elbow. Misses. And so the road team gets the W in this one. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Steve Smith, I'm Brian Anderson. Thanks for joining us tonight. So long and good night, everyone.
Shake off the dirt from the day. The derby don't wait if the herd in the way. It's harder to say that you learn from mistakes the minute that. Different days, still the same chase. Little bit of grit with a little bit of grace. Tell me what it takes to uplift a whole team. Cause you could be shallow even if you're roll deep. Couldn't even fathom, but I guess we gon' see how you went from having cold feet to platinum gold teeth. This for all my OCs and my. Tell me we gon' like it's 03, pull up to the spotlight. Yeah, I mean, all up in the spotlight. Yeah, I mean, never got a ring though. Yeah, I mean, still Hall of Fame though. Yeah, I mean, you gotta respect that. Yeah, I mean, I ain't gotta stress that. Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about a list that I'm looking top 3. Give a about a league, ain't nobody like me. Ain't nobody like. I'm a franchise like a Houston Rocket. Remember used to pull up to the stupid. I was back before I was used to options. Now I got autonomy, I choose to. Your shot with, who your pilots, who the two in the cockpit, who decide when and where you choose to shop with that hard-earned money that you use to cop this. Only 5'6", but I feel it 10-4. So if I hit them high, maybe you could hit them low. If you're talking in the middle of the show, why is always someone leaving from the middle of the road? I don't really get it, man, I didn't really know that. People didn't think I could live up to the hype like you.
Starting at power forward. Your Portland Trailblazers head coach is Chauncey Billups.
It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. Now Johnson. So with Durant sitting on the bench, here's the group that George Karl has on the floor. Robinson is out there with Isaac. Then it's Kareem. Then it's Johnson. And he drives in. It's deflected. And Magic Johnson with the slam.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Shoots from 14, and it's sent back by Lillard. Abdul-Jabbar against Nurkic. No one near Isaac as he lets it go. And a miss there on the triple. One place we've really gotten used to seeing Josh Hart make an impact is on the glass.
You know what's huge about that, Kevin, is a guard willing to go in and get rebounds just ignites the fast break. I know there are big guys that bust out, but when a guard does it, he gets up to speed and is surveying the floor, and that's where Josh Hart becomes one of those guys that has tremendous value in starting your fast break.
Now here's Johnson. Pass to Robinson. Clock at 6. Baseline jumper. Isaac misses.
And so far, the team just 1 of 5 in that rim shrinking.
And here is Hart. To the left wing. Here's Simons. He's guarded by Johnson. Takes it inside. Kept alive. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. The hook. Yep, that one goes.
And he can be devastating with that little hook shot of his.
Here's Simons. Robinson with the block.
And there you see why Robinson is the anchor of this defense. Massive wingspan, easily allowing him to turn away shots.
A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
And the first time out of the game called here for the Trailblazers.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
Here's Nurkic. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow.
Well, the team set up Nurkic so well there. He had plenty of space, calm and collecting.
Robinson on the wing. Shoots the 3. And Winslow pulls it down. Portland leading. There's the drive. The shot's good from Simons.
It took him a while, but he finally gets one to fall.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Los Angeles. Inside. And Abdul-Jabbar gets it to go. Abdul-Jabbar's got his second basket of the night.
And just look at the grace, the agility, versatility that Jabbar brings to the center position. Can beat you in so many ways.
Now here's Lillard. Here's Simons. It's through for his second basket. He's now 2 for 6.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Here's Johnson. He feeds it to Abdul-Jabbar. And it goes down 2 points. Abdul-Jabbar's got his third basket of the night right there.
And don't let the lean physique fool you. Kareem with the strength to finish through contact as well as anybody who's ever played.
Here's Simons. Passes it to Lillard. Here's Hart. On the 3 off target. 1:02 left to play in the first quarter. Johnson goes in and slam dunk by Johnson.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Now, here's Lillard for the three. David Robinson with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And Abdul-Jabbar gets it to go.
And the insane peripheral vision there. If anyone's open, even for an instant, Magic's gonna find you.
Here's Nurkic. Now the pass to Hart. Back to Nurkic. Abdul-Jabbar with the block. To the paint. And the dunk by Abdul-Jabbar.
And not much you can do defensively once Kareem gets the ball in that close. Too much height, too much talent.
Lillard, the pass to Winslow. Back to Lillard. And Hart has it in the corner. They need this. Nurkic buries it down low. Nurkic has got his second bucket.
Nice shot selection there. Nurkic finding a shooting window and making that one count.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Los Angeles on top. They're up by 3. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots. A key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Another big aspect has to be the fast break and transition play, really looking to go up tempo tonight.
Portland trails by 3, so with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that George Karl has on the floor. They've got Abdul-Jabbar, Isaac out there with Robinson. Then it's Johnson. Bobbed up there for Robinson. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
That's just an unfair advantage. Magic standing at 6'9", with the way he handles the basketball, creates huge matchup problems in that pick and roll.
Whoa!
Yikes.
I mean, that's a rugged play.
Gracious.
Blazers on offense. It's a 5-point game.
And while he's dealt with injuries, I still have enjoyed watching the growth of Jonathan Isaac. A guy entered the league. Everyone knew he could be a shot blocker, but he does so much more defensively.
Here's Watford.
Oh, how about the read from the young fella? Isaac is dependable at anticipating. Oh, you got to feel for a guy getting dunked on like that. I mean, he's got no shot to stop that unless maybe he can pick up another foot somewhere.
Now a timeout called by Portland. One guy who's been getting it done is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Man, he has absolutely worn them out in the paint. They need to come up with a plan to limit his touches in the interior.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Smith, the pass to Bledsoe. Not going to go that time. Great D that time from Curry.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yes, that goes in. Antetokounmpo's got the lead up to 9 now for Los Angeles.
And that reach is just ridiculous. Giannis easily beating everybody to the ball and then sends it back.
Smith dishes to Brown and finished off by Brown.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Los Angeles leading by 7. Here's Curry. Kick out to Giannis. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Giannis has got 4 points in the quarter. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Irving against Bledsoe. Ball's knocked loose. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. KD against Hughes. Brown, right side. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Well, the D's so tight on him, it makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
Here's Curry with the drive.
Yeah, so just a shooter? I don't think so.
Portland trails by 11. Pass to Watford. Pass to Hughes. And it's sent back by KD. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant for the Trailblazers. Winslow's checked in for Brown, and Damian Lillard subbed in for Smith. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. Well, we talk about the clutch scoring of Damian Lillard. I'll put it in black and white. Since he entered the league in 2012, nobody has more makes in the last 20 seconds of a game to tie or go ahead. Nobody.
And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Winslow's shot is off. And the list of players with multiple series clinching buzzer beaters in the playoffs: Michael Jordan and Damian Lillard.
And with a little bon voyage wave of the hand for good measure, Dame time is as real as it gets.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And Coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Simons is checked in. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Back to Lillard to halt the run. Drops in the tray. Lillard's got 6.
Now, this is what you're going to get with Lillard. He's a gunner. Right now, he's gunning from deep range.
Curry passes to Gilmore. Nurkic with the steal. Lillard against Curry. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Off target from three-point range. And it's Zaytoowavii with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles.
Of course, Kevin Durant, one of the game's greatest scorers of all time, but his ability within this offense to make plays, elevating the team.
Curry against Lillard. Off target from outside. Los Angeles leading by 14. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Curry's shot is good.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. Now, here's Lillard. 6 points for him. Long range from the inbound. Connects from three-point range. Lillard's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Portland. Here's Zaytoowavii. Here's Gilmore. Second chance shot. Up and in on the layup. Gilmore's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes he comes off as maybe being laid back, but
Gilmore is a fierce competitor in the post, and it comes out in his rebounding more than anywhere else.
And so it's Los Angeles, riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Really an incredible game from Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the floor for Portland, Nurkic is out there with Winslow. Then it's Josh Hart. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Simons in at the 2-guard spot. Gilmore, no good.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Here's Hart. Got a piece of it. Here's KD. And KD throws it down.
That's a big-time finish. KD dunking all over the defense.
Portland trails by 17. Passes it to Lillard. Winslow wide open. He fires. No good from outside.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
Poke loose. Durant with it. Now guarded by Winslow. To the inside. And Dr. J slams it in.
And you love the quick ups, but then how about that explosiveness on the finish? Irving, man, he just has incredible gifts.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
Curry against Lillard. 90 seconds now into the second half. Offensive rebound.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
And Brown over to help. Back to KD. Hart with it. He's picked up by KD. Pass to Watford. Trying to find Hart. Gets it to him. Count it. Good. Hart's got his first 2 points of the night.
There you go. Finally getting one to drop. They have to be a little better now, starting 1 for 5 in this half.
It's Curry outside and stolen by Lillard. Here's Hart. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Hart's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, the vision's one thing, but the timing also helps. Lillard prepared to get the ball to his teammate.
Up top, Curry, covered by Lillard. A nice shot by KD. Durant's got 6.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Well, gravity is very, very real, and Steph Curry has the most of any NBA player right now.
Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. He's got 8.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
1:58 left to play in the third. Three-pointer, Simon. And he's good on the 3-ball. Brent, when you talk about the gravity of Curry, explain what you mean.
Well, Kevin, anytime that he's on the floor, when he crosses half court, all 5 defenders are paying attention to where Steph is. The more he moves, the more he shifts around, the incredible attention of all 5 defenders. And when guys make one misstep, or you have 2 defenders make one misstep to carry their way to where Steph Curry is, it opens up easier opportunities on any possession. That's what we're talking about when we speak on Steph's gravity.
Irving. Shot's good by Gilmore. And Los Angeles leads by 21.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Back to Lillard. Durant with the steal. Antetokounmpo looking it over. The pass to Gilmore. And that one is stuffed right through.
Well, he could just see over the defense. The eyes to spot the open man. Giannis flourishing right now as a facilitator.
Lillard, the pass to Simon. To the right side. To stop the run. Knocks it loose.
You know, altered shots don't show up on the official stat sheet, but as we saw there, he does a great job of doing that as well as collecting the rebound.
That one drops for him.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Watford. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Hart. It's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning Mobile One block a moment ago.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
Yeah, another turnover, but guys, on the whole, I think they've done a great job of running their offense without too many miscues.
"16 seconds left to play here in the third. Smith, no luck. Isaac with the ball. And the dunk by Robinson.
I love watching Isaac find the open teammate. Has great floor awareness out there and just knows when one of his guys has a clean look.
Nice shot by Smith. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Los Angeles on top, running away with it. And we'll return shortly. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. Going inside, and then Smith with the dunk.
All about the burst there. Dennis Smith Jr. creating the separation.
Los Angeles leading by 20. So with Irving on the bench, here's the group that George Karl has on the floor. Robinson is out there with Abdul-Jabbar. Then it's Magic Johnson. Then there's Jonathan Isaac. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Poked away and taken away by Johnson. Banked in off the glass. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Los Angeles?
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Well, you add to that their block totals tonight. They've been very feisty and active on the defensive end.
McLemore, the pass to Bledsoe. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Los Angeles. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25.
And always a bit of risk on those long passes. Lucky the D couldn't come up with it there.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Hughes is checked in, and it's Johnson in for Smith. To the middle, it's stolen by Johnson. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Bledsoe against Johnson. Shoots from the line. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Bledsoe going to the inside has no problem at his size getting in and drawing contact.
That free throw missing.
Just Eric Bledsoe, when he's in these games and you can see he's got hyper focus, he can become a big, big problem. Athletic, plays both ends of the floor, and that power from him at the guard position is very unique.
And it's Abdul-Jabbar. That time on the assist by Isaac.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
And Bledsoe, here we go. That's tipped. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. To get open is Robinson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Justice Winslow.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And he knocks down the first one. He hits both from the stripe. And here's Portland. Now Bledsoe. Johnson with the block. Takes a three. Drills the three-pointer.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Johnson outside. Drives to the hoop. And slam dunk by Johnson.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Johnson kicks to Robinson. And the dunk by Robinson.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
And there's the defensive 3-second call. And the technical free throw is good. The Trailblazers making a switch here. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Johnson down low, off target at the rim.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
Isaac passes to Abdul-Jabbar. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you're talking about one of the most decorated superstars in the history of college basketball, but maybe the most impressive feat. He won 3 national championships, and Kareem has a way of affecting winning.
The first one falls, and Los Angeles with some changes. Ewing comes in for Robinson, and Turkoglu is subbed in for Jonathan Isaac. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And there's 1:45 left in the fourth quarter. Johnson, the pass to Smith. Here's Zaytoowavii. He's guarded by Johnson. Pass to Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. Elbow shot. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Nobody getting a hand in his face in that painted area. That's a miss he's going to be disappointed with.
He's covered by Brown. On the money from 12 feet away. That one just took the air right out of the crowd.
There is no noise in the stands right now.
Zaytoowavii, the pass to Smith. Right wing. Jacks up a 3. Turkoglu grabs the board.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Johnson gets the bucket.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Brown drives in. No good that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Abdul-Jabbar against Brown. Abdul-Jabbar gets double teamed. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And so here's Portland. Turkoglu against Johnson. Here's Smith. That one falls, coming off Johnson's feet.
Smith Jr. working on his shot and now working to get going in the mid-range.
And they get it back. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. See you next time.
That brand new Bentley with the red seats. My pops was there for me, so I be a deadbeat. When you said you love me, girl, you scared me. I'm faking smiles, I'm hurting inside, I can't let my fans see. They hear me talking, but I don't think they understand me. Checks and deposits, young swimming in them bands deep. Head on the swivel, opposition like a block away. Teeth grinning off them that I can concentrate. I'm no out of cause I don't think that's smart to say. Rock out with that might make it do the Harlem shake. Make sure that
low, keep your and always watch the snake. Be careful who you trust, cause they'll cross you like Tim Hardaway. Impatient in the slums, I couldn't afford to let my mama wait. Long distance relationship with God, so it get hard to pray. You can't really plan what's meant to be, I think they call it fate. Like, girl, I love you, but it's only so much I can tolerate. Like, girl, I love you, but it's only so much that my heart can take. Like, let's give it a rest, girl, I just wanna get my heart a break. I heard he been dissing on the squad. Be precautious when the sweet. I want that brand new Bentley with the red seats. My pops was there for me, so I be a deadbeat. When you said you love me, girl, you scared me. I'm faking smiles, I'm hurting inside, can't let my fans see. They hear me talking, but I don't think they understand me. Checks and deposits, young swimming in them bands deep. Fees stay like 200 racks, but the price keep going up. I'm the hottest out the they don't like me blowing up. Back against the wall, no one to trust. Ain't no limit in these streets, can ride a bike, you old enough. Gotta fight, no folding up, like pay the price, you know it's up. And when they say who won it, act like you know it's us. From the soil, you gotta share the same scars to roll with us. Say it's off the point off. It's cracking where I'm from, watch what you just reckless. No big homies over us. Fluctuated by dollars, yeah, on that guap I got a crush. Been racing to millions, the money talks give me a rush. I heard he been dissing on the squad. Be precautious when the sweet. I want that brand new Bentley with the red seats. My pops was there for me, so I be a deadbeat. When you said you love me, girl, you scared me. I'm faking smiles, I'm hurting inside, can't let my fans see. They hear me talking, but I don't think they understand me. Checks and deposits, young swimming in them bands deep.
Ice Trey, how I'm reppin' in Atlanta. I swear that I'm gifted and some people call me Santa. Look, every bar spit is cold, I know you felt it. I'm like Jason Tatum, so watch me sell ticks. I might cop a flight to Brooklyn, Katie, Kyrie, and you know Harden cooking. No longer a rookie, and that's where DeMelo. I might see LeVar sitting courtside with Jello. Rhymes so tight, make you feel it in your spleen. You know that I'm a bull, just ask Zach LaVine. I'm a point guard, how I'm giving out directions. I'm a Cavalier out in Cleveland, call me Sexton. Then I fly to Texas, you know I'm never average. Drop a triple-double like I'm Luka with the Mavericks. Most valuable player, they thought I was a joker. Then I cooked them up like some nuggets in a toaster. They begging me to stop, they swear that I'm vicious. But I'm a bad boy when I kick it with the Pistons. Man, I'm feeling gold and might kick it in the Bay. Pull up deep range, call me Curry, call me Clay. Back against the wall, I'm the plug and the socket. If you give me space, I'ma take off like a rocket. Big boy in the paint, you know I never miss. Ask a bone this, every bar spit it hits. When it's crunch time, I turn into Kawhi. I keep a straight face, but I am a fun guy. Yes sir, I'm a king, need a crown and a scepter. The best of my generation, who could do it better? Never told me what I could, only told me what I can't. So I turned into a grizzly, man, that's what I'm a rent. Man, I'm feeling wealthy, I think I need a butler. My bars produce heat, I don't gotta wait for something.
Here comes LaMelo Ball with his hair on fire. Wow. A lot of years. So much energy. Speed is his game.
Look, I only want the bucks, not the nonsense. I'm a Greek freak, see me dominate on offense. I swear I keep it cold like I'm Minnesota. If I'm running through your town, I'm at Bulldozer. I stand above the rest like I'm a giant. I never seen a pelican fly higher than Zion. Please give me a mission. I promise I can handle. I can turn the Knicks around, man. That's where the Mr. Random. Look, wanna come around, you know I bring the thunder. They try to count me out, but I'm a youngin' with some hunger. I always had to work, never been handed me. You know my game is all around magic like I'm Anthony. I do what I want, I do what I please. A savage at the rim, Philly yelling out and beat. Now I'm riding down to Phoenix with the sunshine. CP3 with a pass, that's a fun dime. Yeah, it's my time. You know that I'm a winner, hit a OT thriller. You would think I'm Dame Lillard. Look, and I'm quick like a fox, you better pay attention. Steal the ball away from you and leave you in the distance. I told you I was chosen, I'm great like DeRozan. I guess it's only right to be in the spur of the moment. I should fly to Canada, where they get rowdy. Feeling pretty lucky like a 7 on Cal Lowry. It's music to my ears, call call it smooth jazz. Fans yelling Spider-Man, I'm all up in my bag. Best all around, nobody does it bigger. Put up crazy figures like I'm Westwood with the Wizards. I swear that I'm different, it's no competition. I can sense the hate, so they see my potential. They saying, man, I'm sick, where's the antidote? 23 up on my back, boy, I've been a go.
They don't know what I know. Don't waste time, I must go. I gotta win, that's for sure. Don't waste time, I must
You can
go.
never be respected, ducking like we built, collecting fake will always get detected, scoping out the intersection, thinking about we lost. Country winning that recession, mama trying to put together meals and make them something special. Scared to really ask for it, she'll give her last for it. I've been in my bag for it, when you talking fast forward. Years after that, shots cracked off the backboard. Hard to really laugh toward, real situations when you stuck in it. Mama still clutch whenever she see a truck tinted. Going on outside, my brother in it, cousins in the streets on fire. I got a tunnel vision, running with it, torch for the taking, you gotta love it. See your false cockiness, honestly had enough of it. Any label good for like 20 more just for with them. Try to step in front of that, become another.
They don't know what I know. Don't waste time, I must go. I gotta win, that's for sure. Don't waste time,
Look,
I must go.
I just want success. I just wanna look in the mirror, say you the best. I just wanna know my reward was worth all the stress. I just wanna live a full life and have no regrets. Cause I'm so used to less, I just want my mama to rest. Double 9 to 5's only time I see her, she pressed. Cause they cut her enough just to make it to the next check. And she don't wanna quit, she unsure of her skill set. I assure she's still blessed. You don't know the half, you don't know the feeling of almost having it in your grasp. You don't know the feeling uncertainty when you sending tracks. Feeling like your only opportunity up out this trap. You don't wanna burn it by pressing the line and then he pass. Don't wanna seem desperate, you see your back pressed against the wall, you standing tall and though you fighting back. You get exhausted when you ballin' and you writing tracks. Dreams of having arenas, reciting that a vital act. Was being 17 with a dream and an insomniac. Walking on water like I was Peter, I embodied that. Till I took my sight off of you and now I'm residing at the abyss of my thoughts.
All